What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, a lot of people are really tight right now about Colin Kaepernick and Tebow. Now, the reason why this is Urban Meyer, who was the former coach of Tebow. I believe Tebow played on 2 national championship squads. One when he was a freshman, another guy was the quarterback, and then his junior year or senior year, one of them. And Tim Tebow is actually a guy that's from Jacksonville, right? So Urban Meyer became the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Tim Tebow, for those of you, he was drafted by the Denver Broncos. People wanted him to convert to H-back or tight end. He didn't want to do so. He had some success in Denver. They won a playoff game against the Steelers. But, you know, John Elway felt that a guy like Tim Tebow wasn't going to be able to take the organization. If you guys remember, it was shortly thereafter that John Elway brought in Peyton Manning. And then they won a Super Bowl, okay? Tim Tebow's been out of professional football for 8 years. And now, after having failed stints in baseball, he was commentating and all of that, he has now decided that he will come back. I believe it's a 6-year break, and he wants to play tight end. Urban Meyer is going to give him the opportunity to do so. Now, Colin Kaepernick, who we all know why he's out of the NFL, gave a tryout, I believe, last year, a year before. Really did well in the tryout, but the problem with him was that he moved his tryout from, I believe, where the Falcons played to some high school. Kind of still showing a level of defiance that he wanted to do what he wanted to do and not do what, you know, was required of him. Okay? He also took a pretty good payout deal to keep quiet about certain things. But people are wondering, why Tim Tebow and not Colin Kaepernick? And they're making this about race. You know, it's white privilege. You know, he hasn't been given a shot because he's black, or he hasn't been given a shot because of the issues that he stood for. I just don't see it that way. Now, I'm the kind of person who definitely believes that racism is out there. White supremacy is out there. This isn't that case. All right? We have to look at the fact that Urban Meyer was Tim Tebow's head coach. Tim Tebow is from Jacksonville, Florida. Tim Tebow has a very great image in professional sports. All right? Whether he can play tight end or not, I don't know. Would I do it? No. But the fact is, Urban Meyer is his coach. Okay? And Urban Meyer is going to look out for his people. That's why he has the opportunity. Colin Kaepernick is not in the NFL because of what he did. Colin Kaepernick is not in the NFL because of him. And this is what we got to understand as a black community. All right? A lot of people were, you know, upset. Colin Kaepernick had numerous opportunities. Whether it was his girlfriend that was tweeting out stupid stuff in the media, whether it was his negligence or his recalcitrant attitude, okay? He asked to get back in the league. He messed up his tryout. He's doing what he wants to do. Nobody's going to take a risk on a problem like that, okay? Especially for a guy in the last year that he played, you know, wasn't the, you know, it's not his fault. I mean, Jim Harbaugh went to the University of Michigan. But here's a guy who just, you know, wasn't such a great arm talent in the NFL. He's a strong arm, but let's be honest. Colin Kaepernick was never a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's just not. His talent wasn't like, let's say, Mike Vick. When Mike Vick got caught up in the dog fighting thing, all right? When Mike Vick was an exceptional athlete, he was super fast, and he can throw the ball like really, no, okay? And a lot of people who support professional sports on the right, conservatives, they're going to have a problem with a guy like Colin Kaepernick playing football for the team. They buy tickets. Okay? And you want to call it hypocritical. Hey, if I was a coach and one of my players won 2 national titles for me, okay, which Tim Tebow helped the legacy of Urban Meyer, all right? Just like Alex Smith helped him in Utah, Paris Warren helped him in Utah, you know, helped him get over to Ohio State. He's won in every program he's been in, even at Bowling Green. Of course you're going to look out for your guy. Of course you're going to give your people a chance. Of course he's from Jacksonville, Florida. They want to sell tickets. It's a big story. It's a buzz around it. Of course. A guy like Colin Kaepernick isn't playing in the NFL because he doesn't want to play. All right? He doesn't want to follow the rules. Tim Tebow plays by the rules. That's how I see it. And when I think of the opportunities that Colin Kaepernick, like the last one that was ridiculous. Like, come on, bro. You're not going to just move your tryout that the NFL has given you because you want to do what you want to do. For a lot of guys, like, absolutely not. We're not going to bring this guy in. There's too many other quarterbacks that have played in the last 3 or 4 years, okay, that are going to come in and follow the rules, that we know what to expect of them. We know we can expect in the locker room. We don't need this guy here as a cancer. That's how the white guys are going to look at it that own the teams. Now, as far as, you know, kneeling for the flag or not standing for the flag, I don't care about that. Everybody has that. But in my opinion, this is not racism. It's not hypocrisy. Colin Kaepernick is a much better talent than Tim Tebow. We all agree. But Tim Tebow is playing right now because Tim Tebow has connections. He knows how to get along with people. Okay? He's going to do what he has to do to get on the team. You can have all the talent in the world, and Colin Kaepernick does have a certain degree of talent, but again, and I'm a 49ers fan, I know it. You do want to do what you want to do. You want to do what you want to do. You want people to march to your drum. And you can't, when you're playing for somebody else in a league you don't own, you can't make the rules. That's what he wants to do. And so a lot of people in the black community are mad because, well, this guy is getting a shot and he isn't. He already blew his shot. Like, is he supposed to be recalcitrant? He's supposed to do whatever he wants to do and supposed to still be playing in the NFL? Like, where does that work? Like, what idiot feels this way? And this is the reason why a lot of our black kids out here in America, you know, not following rules, not following any leadership, doing whatever the hell they want to do. Same thing with women and men in the black community. You feel like you should be able to do whatever you want to do and get the result that you want. And as long as somebody is paying you to do something, you can't do what you want to do. My granddaddy used to always tell me, he said, son, and my father too to a certain degree, son, 2 things. If you live in this house, there's 3 things you're going to do. Number 1, you're going to work. Number 2, you're going to school. And unless you're working on that day, and if you're not working, you're going to church. Okay? Those are 3 things. You're going to work, you're going to go to school, and you're going to church. When you get your place, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. And you're going to pay rent if you live in here. But as long as you live here with me, you're going to follow my rules. And my mama was the same way. If you live here, you're going to church. And I'm proud to tell you, I was 34 years old, working. And why I didn't have to go to church, I had to take my grandma to church. Listen to them old people sing and shit all on first Sunday, Mother's Choir on the 5th Sunday. Long as I live there, you're going to do what I tell you to do. I don't care how old you are. And some of y'all forget that rule. When you work for people, you don't do what you want to do. You do what you're supposed to do. Because life has rules to it. And if you don't follow the rules, you're not going to be playing. You're not going to be in the business. That's life. And we got to stop trying to reward people for what they want to do. The man, they gave him a chance to come back. He didn't want it. So now Tim Tebow, who has a clean record, They gonna give him the opportunity. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. The Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the performance remains an all-time high. I'm out.